But right now, I want to welcome to the program the head coach of the rifle team at Texas Christian University. Karen Monez is with us. And Karen, thank you so much for coming on the program tonight.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. And congratulations, first and foremost, on the second national title in 3 years for the Horned Frogs.
Well, thank you very much. I'm so proud of the team. They just had an awesome year, and then to cap it with the national championship was just great.
Absolutely. Let's talk about TCU. I mean, clearly you've got one of the best programs in the country. Who were some of the members of the team that really stepped up this year?
Well, of course, Sarah Shear has been the leader on the team for the past 2 years, and she's the one who has qualified for the 2012 Olympic Games. She'll be shooting air rifle in London. And then also Sarah Beard is one of our top small bore shooters and very strong in air rifle. And then Caitlin Morrissey and Maddie Brogdon, who is the senior this year that I'll be losing. She had an outstanding championship. And Catherine Green is the youngest member of the team. She is a sophomore this year.
Really? Just a sophomore?
Mm-hmm.
So you have some depth, Coach.
Yes, I do. I'm only losing one of this squad and hope to bring in a couple new freshmen next year. So I think we'll have another strong year, next season also.
That is fantastic. And, it should be noted that while NCAA rifle is a co-ed sport, at TCU, it's all female, right?
It is. It's a Title IX issue. So, even though the recruiting pool that I try and draw from is only at about 50%, I've still been able to find some, top talent.
That's really incredible. And one of the things we talk about in terms of the shooting sports quite frequently is the fact that this is a sport where men and women can compete together on a level playing field. And, I mean, clearly, as you have proven at TCU, when it comes to competing head-to-head, men versus women, I hesitate to say this, Coach, but perhaps women have an advantage?
I don't know. That's been a debate for many years, if they do have an advantage. They definitely can hold their own. The second day of the NCAA championships at Ohio State with air rifle, and the top 8 individuals come back and shoot a 10-shot final. And those top 8 individuals that went into the final, of those, 6 were women and 2 were males. So, the females can definitely hold their own, and on many occasions they can excel even over the men.
Well, yeah, clearly that's the case. TCU, and I have to say, Coach, I know that TCU is going to be joining the Big 12 Conference. I went to Oklahoma State. I'm hoping one of the things that happens with the TCU joining the Big 12 is that perhaps we can spur some more Big 12 schools to start their own collegiate rifle programs.
Oh, definitely. That would be wonderful. It definitely would there's potential there, but I just don't know. Yeah, one of the problems is if the universities have a rifle range facility that they can use. That's always been an issue with the small bore. With the air rifle and the electronic targets that most of the teams are using, we can set up an air rifle range just about anywhere. Just an arena or something that, allows for you to at least shoot the air rifle event. But the small bore event, that's another issue. I think some of these universities just don't have the facility to shoot the small bore.
Interesting. And do you see that changing at any point? I mean, you talk about the fact that it's a Title IX issue at TCU, that the program is all women. I know that this is an issue that a lot of universities are having to deal with. Smaller budgets, some sports are being cut. Seems like an odd time maybe to think about adding a program. But really, is collegiate rifle an affordable program, or perhaps more affordable than universities might think?
Oh, I definitely think there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
In fact, the Collegiate Rifle Coaches Association, that's something that they have been working on. Dan Jordan with the University of Alaska, he has been on this the last couple of years, trying to put together a pamphlet of information that can go out to the athletic directors at various schools and just, lay out the facts of how much it costs to, have this type of program and the benefits of it.
Interesting. Let's talk a little about the level of competition that you're seeing here at the NCAA level. You mentioned that one of your competitors is going to be going to the Olympic Games. Is the level of competition getting better and better every year?
Oh, I think it is. If you look at the scores this year, I felt that, especially the air rifle scores, they were at just a little bit higher level than they were last year, and that's kind of been the trend. It just slowly goes up every year. But Sarah has really been on top of her game this year. She actually shot a perfect 600 score in the air rifle event last November against Alaska, which it's only about the second or third perfect score that's been fired in the collegiate ranks.
Wow. That is amazing. Now, are most of the athletes that you end up recruiting? I'm guessing that these are not students who go to TCU never having shot before and then walk on to the team, or do you have walk-ons on the team?
I do have some walk-ons on to the team. In fact, I have a walk-on this year that actually she came here to TCU to join she was a walk-on to the equestrian team, and she found out about the rifle team, and she just enjoyed shooting firearms. She had grown up around guns and shooting, but had never done any formal competitive shooting. And so she came to me and said, I'd just like to try the sport. So I took her onto the team, and she's doing very well. Of course, this is a sport to, get at the level that this team is at.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you can do in one semester or one season. It takes a couple of years. But I do take some walk-ons to the team, some girls that just haven't had any shooting experience at the competitive level, but they just really have a desire to learn the game.
I think that's fantastic. And do you see, in terms of the talent in the pipeline, I mean, what do you think about the status and the state of youth shooting sports in this country right now? Are we doing all right? Can we be doing better?
Oh, I think we can always be doing better, but I think that the youth sport at the youth level, especially at the junior ROTC level, here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, just about all the high schools have some type of junior ROTC air rifle shooting team.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be at the sporter level, it might be at the precision. In fact, most of them are at the sporter level. But still, there are I don't know how many hundreds of high school kids that are involved in the sport. And at least they may not go beyond high school with the sport, but at least they're getting that exposure to gun safety and just to firearms in general.
Well, I think that's fantastic. And, Coach, again, I really appreciate you coming on the program tonight. Congratulations again to the Horned Frogs at TCU, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Okay, well, thank you.